New York City is not just a destination, it is a living, breathing organism that constantly reinvents itself. By 2026, the Big Apple has blended its historic grit with futuristic innovation, offering experiences that you simply cannot find anywhere else on Earth. From the towering heights of glass skyscrapers to the quiet cobblestone corners of history. This is a city of contrasts. We are about to embark on a journey through the 15 most iconic and essential experiences this metropolis has to offer. Whether you are a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, the city always has a new secret to share. But what makes this concrete jungle so timeless? Our journey begins in the harbor, where a colossal copper figure has greeted millions for over a century. The Statue of Liberty remains the ultimate symbol of hope and democracy. Standing at the base of the pedestal, you truly feel the weight of history and the sheer scale of this gift from France. But the story does not end there. A short ferry ride takes you to Ellis Island, a place where the echoes of 12 million people still linger in the Great Hall. This was the doorway to the American dream for nearly half of all Americans today. Walking through the processing center is a humbling experience that connects the modern world to the struggles of the past. It is not just about the view from the crown, it is about the journey of those who risked everything for a new life. The museum on Ellis Island has been recently updated for 2026, offering even more immersive exhibits into the migrant experience. However, the harbor is only the beginning of our ascent. As we look back at the skyline, we see the giants that define the horizon. But which of these towers offers the true heart of the city? To understand New York, you must see it from above. The Empire State Building is the soul of the city's architecture, a masterpiece of Art Deco design that has dominated the skyline since 1931. Walking through its gold leaf lobby feels like stepping back into a more glamorous era. The open-air observatory on the 86th floor offers that classic cinematic view of the grid below. It is a moment of pure magic. Contrast this with the One World Trade Center, the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Known as the Freedom Tower, it stands as a testament to resilience and rebirth. The ascent in the Skypod elevators is an experience in itself, showing a digital time-lapse of the city's history in under 60 seconds. Once you reach the One World Observatory, the view is different. It is vast, modern, and panoramic, stretching across the Atlantic and deep into New Jersey. While the Empire State Building represents the city's history, One World represents its unbreakable spirit. Both are essential, yet they offer completely different perspectives on what it means to be a global capital. But after reaching the clouds, perhaps it is time to ground ourselves in culture. So, where do the world's greatest treasures live? New York is a sanctuary for the world's most significant art. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, or simply the Met, is so vast that you could spend a week inside and still not see everything. From the ancient Egyptian Temple of Dendur to the masterworks of the European Renaissance, it is a journey through 5,000 years of human history. The scale is breathtaking. It is not just a museum, it is a global archive. Just a short trip downtown brings you to a very different vibe at the Museum of Modern Art. MoMA is the home of the avant-garde. Here, you can stand inches away from Van Gogh's The Starry Night or contemplate the bold strokes of Andy Warhol. The 2026 expansions have made these spaces more interactive than ever, blending digital art with physical canvases. These institutions remind us that New York is not just a center of finance, but a hub of human expression. It is where the past meets the cutting edge. Yet, even in a city of stone and steel, nature finds a way to thrive. But how does a metropolis breathe? Central Park is the lungs of Manhattan. Spanning 843 acres, it is a masterpiece of landscape architecture that feels entirely natural, even though almost every inch of it was carefully designed. From the rowing boats on the lake to the somber beauty of strawberry fields, it is the city's collective backyard. It is the place where New Yorkers go to escape the noise. But if Central Park is the traditional heart, the High Line is the city's innovative spirit. This elevated park was built on an abandoned freight rail line, hovering 30 feet above the streets of the West Side. It is a stunning example of urban renewal. Walking the High Line allows you to weave between skyscrapers and lush gardens, offering unique peeping views into the city's architecture. It has transformed the meatpacking district into a cultural corridor filled with public art and seating nooks. These green spaces are essential for the city's sanity. They provide a rhythm of peace in a world of constant motion. But eventually, the quiet must end. The neon lights are calling. And so, are you ready for the brightest spot on the planet? Times Square is often called the crossroads of the world. It is loud, it is crowded, and it is undeniably electric. The massive LED billboards create a perpetual daylight that can be seen from space. While locals might avoid the throngs of tourists, there is no denying the raw energy that vibrates through the pavement here. It is the sensory heart of the Big Apple. And just steps away from the neon glow lies the pinnacle of live performance, Broadway. Seeing a show here is a rite of passage. Whether it is a long-running classic or a groundbreaking new musical, the talent on these stages is the best in the world. The theaters themselves are historical landmarks, many dating back to the early 20th century. By 2026, Broadway has embraced new technologies, making the performances even more immersive and spectacular. There is an intimacy in a live theater that no cinema can match. It is where stories come to life in the most vibrant way possible. But New York is not just about the spectacle. It is also about the bridges that connect its many stories. So, where can you find the best walk in the city? Some structures do more than just get us from point A to point B, they define the city's identity. The Brooklyn Bridge is perhaps the most beautiful span ever built. Completed in 1883, its Gothic arches and intricate web of steel cables were a marvel of the industrial age. Walking across the wooden planks at sunset, with the Manhattan skyline twinkling behind you, is a quintessential New York experience. It connects the power of Manhattan with the creative energy of Brooklyn. But the city's architectural grandeur is not limited to the outdoors. Grand Central Terminal is more than just a train station. It is a temple to transportation. The main concourse, with its famous celestial ceiling and the iconic opal-faced clock, is one of the most photographed rooms in the world. It is a place of constant movement, yet it possesses a timeless elegance. Every corner has a secret, from the Whispering Gallery to the hidden bars. These sites remind us that even the most functional parts of a city can be works of art. They are the arteries that keep New York moving. But what if you want to see a different side of the city's inhabitants? Beyond the skyscrapers of Manhattan lies the Bronx Zoo, the largest metropolitan zoo in the United States. It is a world-class conservation hub that transports you from the streets of New York to the plains of Africa and the jungles of Asia. Seeing the gorillas in the Congo gorilla forest makes you forget you are in one of the world's most densely populated cities. It is a vital escape for families and nature lovers alike. But if you prefer your excitement in a more competitive arena, there is no place like Madison Square Garden. Known as the world's most famous arena, it is the hallowed ground of sports and music. Whether you are catching a Knicks game or seeing a global superstar perform, the atmosphere is legendary. The Garden has a soul that newer, sleeker arenas simply cannot replicate. It is where history is made, one game and one concert at a time. From the roar of the crowd to the quiet observation of a snow leopard, New York offers every kind of thrill. However, no guide is complete without the two things the city does best. The question is, are you ready to shop and eat? New York is the fashion capital of the world, and Fifth Avenue is its glittering runway. From the flagship luxury stores to the historic window displays of Saks, it is a paradise for shoppers and window shoppers alike. Walking this stretch of pavement is like walking through a live catalog of high design. But the true flavor of the city is found on the sidewalks. New York's street food culture is a delicious mosaic of the world's cuisines. Whether it is a classic dirty water hot dog, a steaming tray of halal chicken and rice, or a gourmet taco from a trendy truck, the food here is as diverse as the people. In 2026, the street food scene has evolved into a high art form, with many vendors achieving cult status. It is the fuel that keeps the city running. Eating a slice of pizza on a park bench is just as much a New York experience as a five-star meal. This is a city that engages all your senses at once. It is fast, it is flavorful, and it is unforgettable. But as our tour comes to an end, we have to ask, which part of the city will stay with you forever? New York City is a place of endless discovery. From the heights of the towers to the flavors of the streets, We have explored the very best the Big Apple has to offer in 2026. Each of these 15 landmarks tells a piece of the city's incredible story. Now, it is your turn to write your own. Thank you for traveling with us. If you enjoyed this guide, please subscribe for more. The city is waiting.